Hey there everybody, it's the Grey Man here again, or you can see the top comic spoilers.
The Grey Man does whatever a Grey Man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes he can, he just did. Watch now, a video from Grey Man. A video from Grey
Man. Copper, collecting in the copper, AJ. What's it all about? What's it all mean? YouTube, you're messing us about, mate. You're really letting us down. You're making us all confused and scared and frightened, and that's the same as scared, and angry, and a bit crazy as well. But yeah, copper. Yeah, I can't bother to make any. I can't bother to talk about it because everyone else has done videos about it, and I have my own thoughts, and it's just like. Bleh. I started making all my comic related videos for kids only, because looking at the description it seemed to say that anything to do with kids must be labelled as kids, otherwise you might get a fine. But then there's people, whatever, I can't even be bothered. But I'm just gonna, just to be on the safe side, every now and again during the course of this video, the video will stop and I will show you some kind of gratuitous image or swear randomly. Yeah, so let's do this. Right, so I went to the Comic Con Sunday week ago. I would have shown these off earlier, but I spent the week with my girlfriends. And these were at home, so I couldn't do a video of them. Right, met a bloke outside that I knew from on Facebook, and he's always at the con, and I organised to pick up some comics from him. Right, first off, yes! I finally finished my Spider-Woman run. This series, the first series of Spider-Woman, is now complete. Hallelujah! Number 47 of the all-new Spider-Woman. Oh, actually, I'm just going to see if I can find this list. On my podcast, I once read out this list of the most offensive words. I think it was according to the BBC. List of most offensive words in the English language. See if I can find every British swear word that's been officially ranked in order of offensiveness. So let's see how far we can get through. We'll go for the mild ones first of all, okay? And then we'll move up to the juicier ones. Because this is for 13 plus. It's not for adults, it's for 13 plus. Because, yeah, because it is. Because it's kind of, you know, comics are for teens. Right, here's another nice old one I got off this fella. I'm trying to complete my Werewolf by Night run. I've got the major key. There's still another big one, the second appearance of Moon Knight that I have to get. But yeah, got a nice Werewolf by Night. Number 4. Still got a few to go in this run though. And number 16. I'm not too fussed about being in super condition. This has got stains, it's got a crease down it. A little bit colour breaking even, but you know, I just want to have the run for my collection. Right, number 3 as well, another one that's a little bit beat up. A little bit of a corner missing at the back there. But you know, I got it for, these old comics can go for crazy prices, especially in the UK. You know, you'll never find a Werewolf by Night in the dollar bin or anything like that. A lot of these bronze and coppers, you know, bronzes I suppose, especially silvers, you won't find them in you know, cheap bins ever. Oh, someone's at the door. I'm back. I'll edit that bit out if I remember. If I don't remember, then what can you do? You can swear, I suppose, and I'm going to give you some mild swear words off of this list. So these words are considered as mild. Arse, bloody, bugger, cow, crap, damn. I'll do some more later. Because this is 13 plus, and we swear like troopers on 13 plus channels. And if you kiddie winkies don't like it, don't watch our videos. Okay, so this is Red Sonja, because I started getting Conan, thanks to Fiverr's Revenge, getting me hooked on the Conan barbarian swords and sorcery stuff. And I thought, why not get some Red Sonja as well? She's looking gorgeous and busty on this one, I must say. I'm not sure if this is the very first one, because she's got it's a bit confusing. She's got about 3 or 4 runs in the 70s. This is from 1976. It looks in pretty good condition. I must get a bag and ball for that one. It's a lovely looking one. And then I've got a couple of Marvel feature Red Sonja. She-Devil with a sword. Talking of she-devils, I want to get Shana the She-Devil number 4 because it's got the first appearance of the Mandrill in it, and the Mandrill was the character that I quite liked. I felt sorry for the Mandrill back in the day because there was one story I remember reading as a kid. I didn't even remember what story it was or where I'd read it. It might even have been UK variants, like in the weekly when they were compiled kind of thing. And I realised now, when I was looking at the Mandrill yesterday, that it's actually in the Defenders run, and I'm collecting a Defenders run, so that'd be cool. I'll get round to, when I've got that run completed, I'll get round to reading those. This is quite stained, this one. It's got a fair bit of staining on it. But yeah, never mind. This is a Marvel Premiere number 4. Sorry, Marvel Feature presents Red Sonja number 4, and then Marvel. No, this is just Red Sonja number 8. See, this is what I said about it being confusing. Oh, Red Sonja is a pretty confusing title. Fantasy's Fighting Female. I was watching. Was it? Whose blinking show was it? Stay Puff. I think he was doing a Sword and Sorcery show the other day, and they were saying there's so many fighting snakes, so many covers with him fighting snakes, and lo and behold, there is a snake being fought there. Right, some for my Dazzler run. I'm slowly finishing up on. There's a pretty cool cover. It's like a photograph cover. It looks a bit cheesy, but number 32. Guest starring the Humans. Number 31. Whose covers are these? Are these Sienkiewicz, maybe? He does some weird kind of looking covers, doesn't he? No, well, he's not on the inside anyway, but there might not be. I don't know. What do I know? I just know I like to read comics. I don't know who does the things in them. This is an assistant editor's month one, so it's obviously a bit weird. Look at the guy. Look at the guy in the corner who pretended to be Dazzler. Right, number 20. So clothes. I like that. That's a really cool art. That one. I feel like I should know whose art that is. Inside is Frank Springer, but I don't know if that guy who did the front cover is. Anyway, I don't know why I'm even bothering with that kind of thing. I don't care who did the art. I just like it. Right, and this one is quite a. This is the annoying thing with Dazzler. I see the covers and I think, I know that cover, and I'm sure I had Dazzlers before, and I'm bloody foolish. I don't know, did I get rid of them at one point? Because I didn't have a full run, so I thought I'd get rid of the ones that I had, and now I'm trying to get the full run again. It's annoying. Keep finding ones that I'm sure I used to have. Well, and I randomly picked up a Man Thing as well. I think this is from a different seller, actually. This is not from the same guy from outside. Most of the ones you've seen so far is from the guy that I got outside the venue. I think this is one from inside. I think this is like it's got a bit of a tear. It's only £1 or something like that. So another guy that I deal with on Facebook, he had his stall there for the first time, and I got quite a bit of him. Avengers, I'm really closing in on my Avengers run now. I think I've got about 12 more Avengers to collect. And then my Avengers run from 150 to something like 350 is complete, which is cool. This is the big book in this run. I think it's the first woman. It's the first woman from a particular story. She's from Guardians of the Galaxy. I think she's the blue woman. Or is she the green woman? No, I think she's the green woman. I think it's Gamora. Is it Gamora? Oh, here. Nebula. Is Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh, I don't bloody know. I think it might be the first Nebula. Anyway, let's just do some more swear words. Apparently ginger is considered a swear word. Yeah. Git. God is considered a swear word. See, I knew all you Christians were, every time you're saying mild swear words. Or is it the fact that someone says that, says the name of the Lord in vain, that Christians consider it to be a swear word? That's probably more like it, to be honest. But it's on the list. God damn! Jesus Christ is on the list as a mild swear word. Again, I suppose it's just like, if people consider taking his name in vain, that would be considered swearing to them. Minger, which is, I'm not sure if you have that word in America. Minger is what is sometimes you would call a lady who wasn't that good looking. You call her a minger. Here's some English slang for you, Roger. He's always up with the, whenever I speak a bit of English patter, he's always like, what did that mean? I have to explain it to him. He's always on a quest for knowledge, Roger. Right, Fantastic Four. These are a couple that I bought inside. It was a guy that I bought off of Facebook before, and he was kind of like, he's always posting up. He's like, oh, please come and look at my comics, guys. I need some money for my bills. So I'm always trying to sort of buy, I sort of basically supported his stall. He did say he was going to give me half off. I don't think he did though. And I realised he hadn't. And I was just like, oh, whatever. They're only £1 each anyway. So I didn't bother counting them. But I'm pretty sure he never gave me half price. I got a couple more for my Star brand run. But it's like, okay, well, I don't mind paying £1 for these anyway. So it's what I kind of expect to pay for these. It's nice if you can get them for 50p. But yeah, so my Star brand run is nearly done. And I think he had this Daredevil in there. I think this might have been £2. It's quite an old Daredevil. I think he gave me that for £1 as well. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. That's a bloody nice comic though. I like that. It's a nice looking old Daredevil 129. I think that's actually from before the run that I intend to get. But it's like, you know, when you see one going cheap, even if it's not on the run that you're planning on getting, you pick it up anyway because it's like, you know, how could you you can't leave a comic like that behind. I think that's one of Night Tiger's kind of sayings. You couldn't leave that behind for $1 kind of thing is very true. Right, I've got Silver Surfer number 3 for my Silver Surfer run. Closing on that now. Stevie B, I think it's on the staples. Not quite as good as your number 55 you got in your mystery box. Right, another one for my Spider-Man 2099 run. And also Spider-Man run. For some reason, I was collecting all the Spider-Man comics as far as I was aware in this period. And then suddenly I got Spider-Man number 16. And I was like, well, where's the other 15 then? But it wasn't until I come to go through them, like when I was starting going through my boxes last year, that I realised that I had loads, you know, the whole 15 from the whole 2 years plus missing from the beginning of the, no, not 2 years, is it? It's just a year and a bit, yeah. Year and 3 months. I can't really count now. Which might be awkward not being able to count because I've got a job interview tomorrow, a job interview stroke assessment, where I've got to do maths and English. God, it's been a while since I've had to do any of that. Right, another one. 2099. Superman for my run. I think most of these were £1 each, which I am more than happy to pay £1. Guardians of the Galaxy for my Guardians of the Galaxy run, obviously. Feel the wrath of Rancor. Rancor is not a swear word, by the way. But did I say sod off yet? I think I said sod off. Let's move on. Ooh. Brace yourself. I'm going to move on to the medium tier of swear words. Put your fingers in your ears if you don't like this. Arsehole! Balls! Bint. Bint is considered a medium swear word. A bint is like a slang for just like a not very nice slang for a woman really. She's a bit of an old bint. Like I think that also implies loose morals to say that she's a bit of a bint. But you know, and this next word is a female word for a dog. It's a bitch. Right. Guardians of the Galaxy. See, YouTube, you're forcing my hand. You're forcing my hand, forcing me to turn my content. I mean, I was going to do 18 plus content. I was going to do it naked. I was going to be completely stark bollock naked. I'm not sure where bollock comes on the... bollock is next on the medium swear list. I was going to be completely naked, but, you know, with a comic just stealthily poised here. So I was going to show my comics like this. But maybe we'll see how it goes. We'll see how these go first. I mean, the thing is, if I do that, I know my my watch count will like quadruple. My subs will, you know, multiply by a factor of 20 probably if I did it in the nuddy. But for the moment, you're safe. You're safe. Number 12 of Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Oh, and a few for my new Teen Titans run. So it's annoying. Both of the two Teen Titans run, I don't have them all, so I'm picking them up now as I can. Oh, this is a good one. This one, I shot this one out to Charlton 66. This was randomly, I was going for someone's, I think it was the guy that I know from Facebook. It was all like 90s, mostly 90s Marvel, DC, and suddenly, bam! A Charlton comic. I'm not sure what year it's from, but it's 50 cent, so it's not that old. So it must be when they came back, maybe, or towards the end of them. It's not in a fantastic condition, but it was a quid. World at War. And it's like, yeah, I am not leaving that behind for £1. I've no intention of getting the run, but it's like, yeah, I shall pick that up. Another one on the Teen Titans. More Teen Titans. Tales of the Teen Titans, or Teen Titans Spotlight. Nearly finished that run now. Iron Man. And some X Factor for my run as well. I kind of think I should have not gone to done the whole run of X Factor. I think these were 50p as well, actually, these ones. These ones are 50p, so a few of them I got 50p. They're a bit curved, actually, but once I get back on board and bang them in a box, they're flattening out of it. So I must be closing in pretty well on this X Factor run now. I kind of think I should have maybe only gone up to 100, because all the ones after 100 look really poor. That real crappy 90s Marvel style that completely soured me to the company back in the 90s. So these ones don't look so bad. But for me, I don't know what anyone else thinks. If it's to do with the paper or the art, I don't understand really. But so that one, for some reason, I look at that and I'm just like, ugh. I look at this one and I'm like, nah. I mean, maybe the art's better even, but to me, it doesn't. It's not. It's something about it. It's just not comic books. These are more like comic booky for me. And I just think the older, the older the comic is, the more I like the covers. Strange. I mean, these ones are quite good. This is when Marvel was still okay before the later ones, when for my money they went to total crap. Like, yeah, that's cool. Awesome one with Cyclops facing off against Thor and a whole brouhaha going underneath, a fracas, even I'd go so far to say a fracas, and then crappy 90s crap. 97. Oh, that's, no, I think I quit before this anyway. I quit Marvel before this, I'm sure. And look at that. Ugh. 50p. That's definitely, that's worth no more than 50p. And this one as well, it's like, it's probably good art, but I just don't know, something about this style of art, and it just turns me cold when it comes to comic books. And it's like, oh yeah, that's nice, I like that one. I don't know, it's probably not as, I don't know, realistic maybe, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. I can't describe or put into words what it is I like about, certain eras of comic art that I don't like about later eras of comic art. Right, now, I think I've got the first part of this, so I managed to pick up the second part for 50p, so that's good. The same with this one. This is Convergence. I'm sure I had the first part, and I managed to pick up the second part for 50p as well, so good to have those two completed. I think I'm still after the Blue Beetle one as well. I've got number 1, I need number 2. A few more Titans for my Titans run. And we're coming towards the end, so let me just give you a... Ball! Feck! That's like Irish for another word. Manta! Which is a bit like Minga. A manta. She's a bit of an ugly manta, that bird. Pissed or pissed off. Shit. Sorry. Son of a bitch! And tits. Tits shouldn't be a mean, rude word. Tits is a positively lovely word. Oh dear. In fact, I'm going to show you a picture of a pair of tits now. And if you enjoyed those, check out these boobies. And just a few more comics to go. Oh, a couple of Marvel 2-in-1s I picked up as well. So yeah, for my only 2, for my 2-in-1 run. And I nearly forgot, one more comic to go, I forgot this. So I've done all that, and I ache, I get sore standing up too long. It just bloody wears me out. So, you know, and reaching up, pulling up books and that. Oh, that makes my shoulder hurt, makes my back hurt. Then I was going out. I still had some money in my pocket on the way out, but I knew I was going to the pub to meet my mate from Switzerland. My last video, I did an interview with him. Well, it wasn't like an interview, just a chat with him, really. Looked at some of his comics. We've got very similar tastes. We're both like run fillers, and we're not majorly concerned about grade. Just want to have the books in our collections. His runs are typically a little bit older than my runs that he's going for, because he's a little bit older than me, probably. But anyway, on the way out, I saw a guy with a couple of old comic books. This is the most expensive book I bought. It's a £5. And yeah, basically it's an old Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. I'm falling in love with the silliness of these. And I basically looked for it to find which was the silliest cover, which one screamed Silver Age madness the most for me. And this is number 98. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen featuring the Bride of Jungle Jimmy. Superman, this joke has gone far enough. I don't want to marry a female King Kong. Sorry, Jimmy, but as local witch doctor, I now pronounce you man and wife. Oh dear. Silver Age DC, how I love you. He's going to marry a female King Kong. And is that his girlfriend, Lucy Lane, looking on? Lois's sister? I think it must be. That is awesome. Superman's it's basically an arranged marriage. I wonder if he got her knocked up. Maybe it's a shotgun wedding. He got her knocked up, and Superman saying, "You know, you did the deed. You dropped the seed. You've got to marry the woman." And should I go for the strong? I'll tell you what. I won't go for the strong and the strongest levels of swearing, because I think I've made this, 13 and above. I think that'll do, and I don't want to, any of my non-sweary mates to be like, ooh, clutching their purses. Ooh. I'm just a vulgar, foul-mouthed English bastard, and English bastard is a strong one. Sorry, I dropped that one by accident. Right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna shout out my mate, a small channel. I'm gonna shout out a smaller channel. Let's if we just go over 100 subs, 100 and something. He's got 113 subs. It's Surly Tim's Fun Bunker 2.0. Go and sub him up. He's quite surly, but he's he's all right. I like him. He's got a good intro. He speaks his mind. He's I don't think we'll probably agree on everything. That's for sure. But who does agree with everything? Just go and check out his channel. You may enjoy it. He talks about comics, which we all enjoy. Yeah, leave it at that. Anyway, and I'm out of here. And ooh, guess what's coming up? I've got a package here. This is something that I got from Nucadia, because I won $10 from Tony Toff. Toff, is it Tony Toff? I think it was. Tony Toff. Yeah. Anyway, and actually, I think I paid $10 in postage. So the $10 that I won just paid for the postage of what I bought. But I bought some cheap books. And also, I'm so excited. This can only be the big one. But come back for my next video in a couple of days to check out what it is. And until then, may all your news be good news.